Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the Drummer, and you're watching Space City Comics and Collectibles. Today we're going to finish running through my hockey cards, rookie hockey cards from the 1980s. Hopefully you watched the first part. We're going to go through looking at the cards and also talking a bit of stats about each of the players. So, picking up where we left off. Next up is Pele Lindbergh. Lindbergh won the 1985 Vezina Trophy for the league's best goaltender. Tragically, he died in a car accident at age 26. He'd only played in the NHL for 5 seasons. And that year, he had led the Philadelphia Flyers to the finals and won the Vezina that year before passing way too soon. So a real shame there. Who knows what his career might have been like if not for his untimely death. Next up is Ron Francis. Francis won 2 Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins in 91 and 92. He is number 5 in total points all time in the NHL and number 2 in assists. Like some of these other guys, he never led the league for a year in scoring. He was always just outpaced by those guys like Gretzky and Lemieux, but obviously scored a lot of points and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Next is Dale Howardchuck. Howardchuck was the 1982 Rookie of the Year, the Calder Trophy winner. He's number 20 all-time in points in the NHL and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. We've got another goalie, Grant Fuhr. Fuhr won 5 Stanley Cups as he was part of the Edmonton Oilers dynasty of the 1980s. Those years were 84, 85, 87, 88, and 1990. He won the Vezina Trophy as the top goaltender in 1988 and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2003. Next we have Denis Savard. Savard won 1 cup with Montreal in 1993. He's number 32 all-time in points and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2000. Next we have Peter Stastny, who has a son, Paul, who played in NHL. Stastny was the 1981 Rookie of the Year. He's number 40 all-time for points. An interesting stat was he had the second most points in the 1980s, behind obviously only Wayne Gretzky. And he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998. Next up is Glenn Anderson. Anderson won 6 Stanley Cups. He has the 5 with Edmonton, 84, 85, 87, 88, 90, and 1994 with the New York Rangers. He scored 498 goals. That probably bugs him that he just missed out on 500 and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008. This guy was pretty good. Paul Coffey. Coffey won 4 cups with Edmonton. 3 with Edmonton, 84, 85, and 87, and then 1991 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He won the Norris Trophy as the top defenseman 3 times. He's number 14 overall in the NHL for points. He's number 6 of all time in assists, and he has the second most points all time for defensemen. And he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. Next is Yari Curry. Curry won 5 cups with Edmonton, 84, 85, 87, 88, and 1990. In 1986, he led the league in goals, which again today would be called the Maurice Richard Trophy. He's number 21 all-time in total points and number 20 in goals. He scored 601 for his career and made it into the Hall of Fame in 2001. Next is Mike Gartner. Mike Gartner is, there's an interesting stat, tied with Jaromir Jagr and Alexander Ovechkin for most consecutive 30-goal seasons, which is 15 in a row. And he actually holds the most total, as he had 17 seasons with 30 or more goals. He's number 33 overall for total points, and he has the 8th most goals scored in NHL history with 708. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. Here was another favorite player of mine, Ray Bork. Ray Bork has one Stanley Cup win, which came in 2001 with Colorado. That's one of my favorite moments in sports. When Colorado won the Stanley Cup, the captain raises the cup, which was Joe Sakic, but he immediately passed it to Ray Bork to allow him to raise the cup, as he'd played almost his entire career with the Boston Bruins and had not won a cup, but managed to get it after being traded to Colorado. He was the 1980 Calder Trophy winner as Rookie of the Year. He won 5 Norris trophies as the league's top defenseman. He is number 11 in the NHL in total points for a career, number 4 for most assists, and he is the number 1 overall point scorer for all defensemen. We're down to the final 3 here. Here we have Mark Messier, who had an amazing career. Messier won 6 Stanley Cups, 1984, 85, 87, 88, and 90 with Edmonton, as well as 1994 with the New York Rangers. He won the 1984 Conn Smythe as the playoff MVP. Twice he won the Hart Trophy as the league MVP. He has 694 total goals, which is 9th place all time. He's also has the 3rd most assists all time and is the number 3 points leader all time for the NHL. Although again, interestingly, never led the league in total points. There were those Gretzky and Lemieux guys kicking about the same time he was playing. But number 3 overall in total points and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Here is the GOAT. This is the card that I finally picked up to complete kind of this collection. Obviously, that's the big one. Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky won 4 cups with Edmonton, 1984, 85, 87, 88. It was after that 88 season that he was traded to the LA Kings. He won the Conn Smythe as the playoff MVP in 85 and 88. 10 times he won the Art Ross Trophy as the league's top scorer. 5 times he led the league in goals scored. 9 times he won the Hart Trophy as the league MVP, including 8 in a row. And of course, he is number 1 in league history in total points, goals, and assists. In fact, he has more assists than the next closest player has total points, which is Jaromir Jagr. I didn't write down the numbers, but it's something like Jagr has like 1924 points maybe, and Gretzky has like 1961 assists, something like that. So more assists than even the next closest guy has points. It'll be interesting to see if Alexander Ovechkin can manage to break Gretzky's goals record. He'll be close, but he's still going to have to keep up a good pace for another, 4 years or so. And Gretzky was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999, right after his retirement. They waived the waiting period, and he was inducted right away. And the last card we're showing here, as it's the oldest, is Mike Bossie. Bossie still kind of seems like an underappreciated player, if that can be. He won 4 Stanley Cups, all in a row, 1980, 81, 82, and 83 with the New York Islanders. Kind of the dynasty that's somewhat forgotten, being followed by the Edmonton Oilers. He won the 1982 Conn Smythe as the playoff MVP. He won the 1978 Rookie of the Year award, the Calder Trophy. He led the league in goals scored twice. He has 573 goals scored, which is number 22 all time. But if you know anything about Mike Bossie, he has a .762 goals per game average, which is number 1 of any player in NHL history. He only played 10 seasons because of injuries. So if Mike Bossie could have played longer, he scored goals at a ridiculous pace, literally the best pace of anyone that's ever played the game. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. So yeah, I still find it interesting that Bossie is somehow, because of his shortened career, kind of forgotten a little bit, but was ridiculously good. So that's the videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.